I'm Dee, and this is Chattin' with CHAP.
Do I have to?
Oh, have you ever heard that before? Does that sound familiar? What do you think of when you hear that?
I can think of maybe our homeschooling days sometimes when there's a subject that someone doesn't want to do or a chore, possibly. Yeah,
Or
I've heard it.
Even like, hey, we need to go to this place. Do I have to come along?
I don't
It's
want
like,
to.
yeah, unless they're like 3. And they want to go everywhere with you, and you're like, could you just stay home with your sibling? It never works out.
It doesn't. But what about moms? Do moms ever say, do I have to?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think moms, it's time for a heart check.
Oh, Ginger,
Yeah.
This is a hard one.
It is.
It is.
And it's painful.
It is.
It's painful to do some self-examination
Yep.
sometimes. Yikes.
But do you feel like you have to homeschool?
And after all, I mean, there are bullies, there's drugs, there's bad influences.
That's right. There's poor academics and inappropriate topics or too much testing.
Yeah, so does it seem like there's no other option but to homeschool?
But you don't really want to homeschool.
Yeah, even though, you know, deep down in your heart, it's really the best thing for your child.
Why are you homeschooling? Why does anyone homeschool?
Because we need to homeschool. Our children need us. They need us to be involved in their lives.
That's right. And you know what? They need us to be in tune with their needs.
They do. Yes, they do. They need us to walk through that bumpy road of growing up with them together. I mean, we've been there, right? We've all been there.
Oh.
We've all grown up.
We sure have.
Yeah.
We sure have. Even in a protected environment, growing up is hard stuff. But in today's world, it is hard to find rest for the weary soul. Kids need our support, encouragement, and reassurance now more than ever.
Yes, mamas and dads, you need to be that restful, safe haven for your children, your precious little ones. They need a place to feel safe and protected from this crazy, confusing, never stop culture that we live in.
That's right. And we as parents need to teach our children about Jesus and how to live for him. You know, he is the only one constant, ever present, never failing support for us and for our children.
Yes, raising our kids to love Jesus is not for the faint of heart, but the rewards are immeasurable and they are eternal for both you and your child. Jesus will always make sure that we have what we need to guide our kids through all of life.
So consider the goal of raising your children to follow Jesus in all of life. That long-term perspective will carry you through the many hard, challenging days that you will have when you homeschool.
Yes, you will. It is good to ponder what outcome you wish for your kids. What is your overall goal in homeschooling them? This is what will help you and help you continue on when you just want to quit.
That's right, because having that year-by-year attitude about homeschooling will not give you the gusto you need to make the long-term commitment. That long-term eternal goal is the boost you need to keep you going, especially when life gets ugly. And I know personally, Ginger, I started out with a year-to-year attitude, and there were a lot of hard days, and a lot of days I was very close to giving up. And it wasn't until later in my journey that I caught that long-term vision for what we are doing here at home. And it just shifted my attitude from do I have to no, I really want to. I really want to do this.
I want to do it. I need to do it. The kids just need that. They need support these days. There is nowhere to go but to you to be completely safe and protected from things. And you know, it's okay to protect your kids. I know people don't like the thought of sheltering their kids, but actually kids need to be sheltered until they can handle all that craziness that's out there. And as they grow older, I mean, really, middle school? Oh, middle school is so hard. And so as your kids get older, yes, you introduce them to the facts about the world and what's going on out there in a way that they can deal with it and process it have a good response to it instead of, okay, I've protected you now for 18 years, shove you out the door and see what you can do.
Yeah, so it's not about putting them in a bubble and protecting them as much as it's about, as it's needed, helping them to learn how to deal with things, and you being the louder voice and you being the voice of truth, because the world will tell them anything.
Everything.
They'll lie to them about how to do things, and you're the one who's guiding them through
Yeah.
every decision and every step of the way. You're that constant.
Yeah.
What a
Kids-
privilege.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it's awesome. Kids need us. So, moms and dads, are you willing to stand in the gap for your kids?
You can do it, moms and dads. It's a privilege.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah, and your kids need you to do it.
This is kingdom work that we are doing
It is, and homeschooling changes lives
for kids.
and for the parents.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, this has been Chattin' with CHAP. See ya.
Bye.